That balance is so important. Welcome to Jewish Meditation with Rabbi G, making every day count. And for the last few weeks, we have been going through the 7 layers of our personality, starting with the 6 primary emotions and then onto the 7th, as we'll get to, please God, in about 2 weeks. Last week, we talked about netzach, ambition, endurance, overcoming obstacles, having that strength that even when you're not emotionally excited or passionate, you overcome what you need to overcome and you get it done and you engage, even though you're missing that excitement or the feeling. So the 6 motions divide themselves into 2, what I call the first triangle and the second triangle. The first triangle is the feeling, the chesed, the feeling of love, the feeling of compassion, the empathy, or the feeling of discipline and strength. And then tiferet, the harmony that we spoke about, synthesizing the 2. And then we go to the second triangle, which is more functional. It's more about starting with netzach, ambition, endurance, where even if you don't have the chesed and the gevurah, you're not feeling it so much, but you know it's right and you know it's moral and you know it's correct. You overcome those obstacles, things standing in the way, whether it's externally or internally, and you get it done. However, ambition and endurance can have its downside. Ambitious people, for example, often achieve great things, but to the detriment of others. When someone is very, very ambitious, particularly in a self-serving way, they want to make a lot of money, they want fame, they want prestige, they will often climb that ladder if they're a very ambitious person. If a person is an extremely ambitious person, particularly in things that are more, not so much value-based, but more egocentric and self-serving, they will stop at nothing until they achieve their goal. They will hurt other people on the way. They will disparage other people on the way. They will perhaps make other people lose their jobs or lose money or be damaged in whatever way. And they don't care because they just want to get to their goal. And that's normally a very self-serving, egocentric type of netzach, type of ambition, a bad netzach, a bad ambition. But ambition is a good thing still. Because ambition is a good thing when it's balanced by the left side, which is hod, humility. And that's why we have netzach and hod, those 2 things. Submission, humility, deferring. And that humility ensures that the ambition should be pure, should be for the right reasons. And I think that the 2 ways to know if ambition is good or not is, number 1, that it's more centered on something of higher quality. It's for a higher purpose. It's something to achieve something which is intrinsically good and moral and holy. And secondly, it's about making space for others along the way. It's about achieving, being focused, achieving on your goal, trying to grow, trying to accomplish more and more all the time, but not to the detriment of others. There's a saying in the Talmud, jealousy between scholars breeds wisdom. What that means is that when a person sees the heights that others are able to achieve in the pursuit of study, in the pursuit of Torah learning or Jewish learning, whatever the case is, that breeds a certain amount of competition that maybe I can also reach there, I can aspire to do the same thing. It breeds ambition, it breeds good things, but it only breeds good things when there's humility at the same time. And humility means where you need to know is it the right thing for you to do? Is it the right ambition to have? Am I doing this for the right reasons? Am I doing it in a way where no one else is going to suffer? Am I making space either for other people or making space for God? I might be ambitious about something that God doesn't want me to do. Have I checked all these things? Have I made sure that I'm not just following my own ego, my own interests, but I'm actually ambitious for the right reasons? And then ambition becomes a really, really good thing. In the Torah, we have a story of Korach who led a rebellion against Moses. And one of the rebellions was that Moses had appointed his brother, divinely inspired, divinely instructed, his brother Aaron, to be the high priest. And Korach said, I want to be the high priest. Or why can we all be high priests? And Moses answered him and he said, I also want to be a high priest, but I can't, because God wants there only to be one high priest. And there are different roles for different people. And the commentators explain that what was really going on here is as following. And Moses was telling Korach, your ambition is good, your aspiration is good at its core, but not every, and people should always aspire, should always aim high, but not every aspiration is correct. You need to be humble enough to check it out. God doesn't want your aspiration in this particular instance. He wants there only to be one Kohen Gadol. So raw ambition is excellent, but it needs to come with humility. And that is what Hod is. Hod is that concept of being humble. Humble doesn't mean to be nothing. Humble doesn't mean to accomplish nothing. It doesn't mean to put yourself down, but it does mean to be humble means to make space for others, to respect others, to respect a higher purpose, a higher authority, to make space for that, and to act accordingly. So it's not easy. And I just want to reflect on that for a few moments. I want you to close your eyes. Focus. Maybe just for a few moments, focus, turn your attention and notice your breathing in and out. And as you're doing that and you're calm and you're just focusing and thinking, turn your attention to something that you really want to achieve, whatever it might be. Just think of something. It might be something good, something noble, some aspiration. Just take a moment to think of something you really want to achieve. I'm hoping you're able to do that, and now ask yourself the following question. Be honest with yourself. Why do I want to do it? Will it make me a better person? Will it help others? I want to put so much effort into it, but will it help other people? Will it make the world a better place? Will it make me a better person? Will it make me more godly? Aspiration is good, but is it a good thing for you to want? Let's assume that it is good. Ask yourself the next question. Who do I have to consider as I climb the ladder to reach this goal? Will anyone be affected? Will anyone be hurt? How do I deal with that? Not by tempering my aspiration, not by tempering my ambition, but to create a path forward where it doesn't happen. Netzach and Hod need to work together. Sometimes we're not ambitious enough, but when we are, checking to see that you also have humility. And just concluding, these two questions are key questions in every juncture of life. Don't temper ambition, have it. But always ask yourself those two questions. Why do I want this? Is it for a higher purpose? Will it make me or the world a better place? And who do I have to consider on the journey? Have a wonderful week.